welcome. We're at Leisure RV here in Dallas, Fort Worth, introducing the newest outside van model. My name is Matt, I'm with Outside Van. I wanted to first say thank you to Vogt RV and Leisure RV for being incredible dealer partners with us. They have all of our line represented with the Syncline, the Approach, and the Parks. And we have 2 of these units in Texas today. The first 2 units that were shipped from Outside Van. This is our new Parks 170. This is on an all-wheel drive Mercedes-Benz chassis. It is an outside van, so you know it's built to the nines. The fit and finish is remarkable. But when you see what's inside this van and what separates it from everybody else's, I think you'll really enjoy it. We'll do a quick walk through the outside. As you can tell, we have upgraded 17-inch wheels and tires with just a factory suspension. While we are owned by Fox Factory, we do have the ability to do an upgrade on suspension if you would like. But the way this van sits and the demographic we're trying to reach with this van, it is called Parks for a reason. We want people to go to national or state parks, be able to plug in, have a place to use a restroom in a nice, comfortable setting. Everything is app driven. You can use it off your phone, and we'll talk a little bit more about our Garmin and Lithionics integration next. You can tell by the outside of Parks that it has a pretty cool retro theme. Able Arts is the company that did this vinyl for us. You can see it runs all up and down the van. We decided to go with a power awning finally, guys. We've never done that before because of the demographic of who's using this van. This is for somebody that wants to pull in, have everything operated by the touch of a button rather than pull out a crank and manually do their awning. This is, as I said, an all-wheel drive Mercedes. It has a 5-year, 75,000-mile warranty, which is unique to Outside Van. Generally speaking, most van companies will have 3 years, 36, but we go 575. Take a walk to the back of the van. You can see we have our Outside Van wing step. This is made in-house. What's unique about this bumper is, number one, it fits all 2019 Mercedes-Benz and newer. But also, the notch here allows you to add a bike carrier without an extender, which is kind of a nice feature. It doesn't interfere with your sensors on your rear bumper as well, which is nice. You have aftermarket hinges to accept any of your upfit products, such as OWL or any wheel or tire carriers or boxing or one-up racks or anything like that. So ready to be upfit. On the side of the van here, you have your shore power, obviously. You have your city water fill and your water tank. But kind of a nod to the campsite people is you have your cable hookup. This is kind of comical, but a lot of state parks and national parks do have cable hookups. So there you go, ready to go. Again, you can see the continued graphics we have there. We have a fixed step on both sides. And on the roof, all we have is a 140-watt ZAMP solar panel that puts in 140 watts of solar, enough to basically trickle charge your fridge year round. And then we have the Gree air conditioning system. There is no safari rack or roof rack up there for a couple of reasons. Again, the people that are going to be using this van probably don't need to be crawling up on the top of your van. Also, the power awning we use is attached to both rails and takes up a lot of space. So we didn't see the need to put anything up at the top there. So pretty basic on the outside, kind of stealth looking, other than the graphics. It does catch your eye, but it's what's inside I think you'll really appreciate. Let's go take a look. Being a fully loaded Mercedes-Benz chassis, it's going to have all of the options you would expect. You have your 10.25-inch Mercedes-Benz screen, heated leather seats, and operable on the door there. You have all of your blind spot assist and your safety features. What we added here was a lock box, or a safe, if you will, underneath the passenger seat. You can see that there. It's big enough to store a iPad, phones, wallets, firearms, whatever the case may be, something you want to keep safe. Then we also added a secondary port if you did want to add a briefcase solar or a solar panel, you can do that. So that's what we added there. Being part of Mercedes-Benz Master Upfitter program, we do not add anything cab forward to the Mercedes-Benz. This is a requirement from Mercedes. We don't add an overhead cabinet shelf, for example. We don't add anything that could interfere with those side curtain airbags. So it's pretty much stock through the front of the van, but it does have all the upgrades with the heated seats and the power seats on the doors. You can see we have the fixed step, a nice wide step on the outside, so people with large feet can easily step on this. Let's take a look inside Parks. The first thing you might notice on Parks is the color palette. Susan Clemo, who's our CEO, did the layout of the colors, and we think she nailed it. Nice, bright colors. Anytime you order an outside van, you can obviously change the colors of the mattresses. We do have some options for laminate colors, but right now this is how we're offering it. Again, you can change the configuration of your mattress, thickness, color, pillows, etc. We'll take a look in here. The biggest feature we'll save for the end, but I will say something that is new to Outside Van is with our model division, we have used generally Volta in the past, but with this particular coach, we're going to use the new Garmin system integrated with lithionics. This is a 310 amp hour lithium package. We also offer the Parks in a different version called Parks Ranger. Parks Ranger is the exact same van with double the battery capacity. It will have 620 amp hours, and the only difference you'll see in the van is this cubby will be gone and replaced with a cover, and we'll have a secondary battery under there. So for an extra, let's say 10K, you can have twice the power. This van, again, is not meant necessarily for off-grid. Therefore, it has a small battery. It is meant to be plugged in at a campsite. If you had to boondock, let's say, and you wanted to have more power, we can throw that option there for you as well. We have a couple max air vent fans, one in the bathroom and one up front. These are all controlled from the Garmin, your home screen here. So you have your fans, you can pull air in, pull air out. You can turn your lights on and off with the touch of a button. All of your lights are also dimmable. You can just scroll. That will decrease and increase your lighting in your awning, your dinette, your passenger dinette, the galley, your vanity in the rear, your overhead lights. Everything is controlled by this control center that also can be downloaded to your phone app, the Garmin app. So you could be on a hike with your family. You want to turn your AC on. You want to turn your heater on. You want your awning lights to be on. You want all of the interior lights on. This can all be done by the touch of an app. It's a tremendous system. You also have your hydronic heater. We also have electric heating. That's our Rixson hydronic system. Your air conditioner is through Gree. It has a number of features. The swing feature allows your louvers to go up and down. It has a down feature that just shoots the AC directly onto the bed. You have a bathroom fan that can be set to open, close, high, medium, or low. Multiple options there. Lastly, you've got your house battery. It'll show you what your Mercedes-Benz chassis battery is registering at. Your shore power, your inverter controls, and your amperage you want coming in. So if you're at a campsite and you want 15 or 20 amps, or 10 amps, 30 amps, 25 amps, you can change it. It will still charge regardless of what that's set to. It's just a more efficient apples to apples if you're charging on the same amperage that the power is coming out. Another cool feature is for our techs out there that want to do upgrades to the van, we can have a special screen if you wanted to add a secondary battery, for example, an auxiliary bumper light, or any upfit items. It's already pre-programmed to the Garmin. It is pre-wired to the dash. So if you want to add underlighting, you want to add a large front bumper with a light bar, you have the option to add these things. We give our techs the code. They can get into the settings here and make those changes. Kind of a cool little feature of that Garmin. As we walk through the van, you can see you've got your Corian countertops, kind of a signature with Outside Van. You have a nice large sink, the beautiful faucet. You have an induction cooktop that just plugs in right here. You've got your microwave oven. You have an isotherm 130 fridge, pretty standard with an outside van. It's got a small little ice tray in here. Again, your solar on the roof is going to basically trickle charge that year round. That's the limitation of solar right now. It does not charge your actual battery bank. So let's be real clear about solar. Everything is an outside van made in-house. You're going to have dovetailed maple drawers, solid. Everything is soft close. One thing I do want to mention about our edge banding system is we use a PUR glue. And what that does is it basically melts that glue into the laminate and the core. So if it's really hot, like you're in Texas, for example, it's 150 plus degrees in the van, this will not separate from the material. If you were to rip this edge band apart, it would bring the material with it. Again, that's a lot of thing other companies don't do. It's an expensive process. It's the way we do it. Similar to our flooring, it's a 13 ply Hydratech plywood out of Indonesia. It is marine grade, which just means it has a special glue, but it's also voidless. So the entire 13 layers has no voids. So it cuts very well in the CNC and it makes for a high quality floor. If you cheap out on your floor, you're gonna have problems. We don't cheap out on anything, but especially not the floor. You have a 5 ply birch sandy ply that is a lightweight plywood in all of your cabinetry, so it keeps the weight down. This van is a 170, so it could be heavy, but our gross vehicle weight on this right now, as it stands, is 8,000 pounds exactly. On a 9,050 pound chassis, you still have over 1,000 pounds to add for fuel or water or gear or actually the passengers. So plenty of room there. All of the lighting on this van is dimmable. There's plenty of storage. You have cup holders here. You have a wireless charging port right here if you want to set your phone on it. Lots of different areas to store. You have magnetic curtains made in-house by Outside Van, so you know they're good. We did put magnets on these. We've never done that before. Typically we use snaps. These are very nice. They match the interior. You have your bed, which does flip over into a full queen. And I'm going to show you, if you bear with me for a second, how this works. Grab the handles here. Gonna do a flip, grab the handle here, gonna do a flip, grab the handle here, you're gonna do a flip. This will make up into your queen bed. So these go like this. This goes back here. Okay, so you've got your queen bed there. Took me about 50 seconds. It wasn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen. But there you go, there's your queen bed. A lot of people, what I've noticed, will not deploy the bed that way. They will make it as 2 twin beds because they want to be able to walk through and use a restroom. Totally up to you how you want to do that. Again, we can make the cushions thicker, wider, different color, whatever the customer wants. Lots of storage. I mean, there's just cabinets everywhere. Vans, as you know, there's only so much square footage to build on. We have lots of cabinetry. Obviously nothing hits the AC there. It's designed to fit well. We also have a TV in the back there, which that does swivel all the way into the bathroom if you'd like. It comes out and moves different ways. We also have a lagoon table with a couple different locations. I will show you that. I'm gonna flip the bed back over. One thing I do want to point out here, you know, a lot of people these days, they want Starlink. So what we've done is we put a scan strut up here, which is essentially a pass-through. So if you want to add Starlink with, let's say, a magnetic rack up top, a mount, excuse me, you can run it right through here and it's ready with power options. So no cutting through metal, no major modifications. Everything is in place to install a Starlink. Or any other device you want to run through the ceiling. You don't have to make any roof penetrations. You've got your TV. This can go in here. It can go out here. It's definitely movable, and then it just locks back into position. Under lighting, I have 2 different locations for a lagoon table, here and here. What makes Outside Van so different than everybody else out there, not everybody, but most of the big players, is our infrastructure package, how we wire, how we plumb, All of our systems are top-notch and laid out, so if they ever need to be serviced, a tech is going to open up one of these system boxes and say, oh my gosh, this makes total sense. How easy is this? For example, if you have a plumbing issue, that is a Viega residential plumbing system, manifold system, with brass fittings, PEX A, with individual shutoffs. So if you are on a trip and you get a leak, let's say in your hot water for your galley, you can shut that off. If you have a leak in your vanity, you can shut that off. You can always manipulate this so your trip is not ruined should something happen. Let's face it, things do happen. What's also unique about this is everything is built on system boards that can be removed very easily and replaced. So you're not sitting at a dealership should there be a problem for a long period of time. So if you can see this, and we're willing to show this, you can see what's behind the walls of an outside van. For example, we buy these cargo vans. They come with 3 front windows and nothing else. We do all the roof penetrations for your fans and your AC. We cut flares in our synclines, for example. We make all of the cuts. We add our own 14 gauge stainless steel infrastructure package wherever there is an attached component. We never factory metal. That makes your van stronger. That's great. It lasts and quiet. The difference between our vans and other vans are when you drive off-grid or down a rough road and you get back onto pavement, it's quiet. Generally speaking, the only thing I hear rattle on an outside van is the glass dish inside the microwave. So you get what you pay for. A lot of van builders skip that step. They just bolt everything directly into the factory metal. Why are your vans so expensive? Well, that's one reason. Chassis spec is very robust, all the safety features, 5-year, 75,000 mile warranty. But let's face it, it's what's behind the walls that I cannot show you right now. Everything is laid out exactly as you see with my Viega residential system. All the wires are run through channels. Everything is documented and repeated uniformly from one model to the next. Should there ever be an issue with the van, we can send drawings, diagrams, or CAD to the techs to say, this is where you can cut a hole, or this is where you can drill something in. You can't do it over here. And what that does is it keeps the van tight, safe, no worries about fire, electrical, or safety. We are very governed by RVIA, so they are in our warehouse every six weeks on the dot with no discrepancies. We make things to last. We've taken everything from custom that we know and put it into the models division. Been doing custom since 1999, really got into vans in 2007 and came out with models 15, 16 months ago. This is our 3rd model, and we are taking everything we learned from custom and putting them into these RVA approved models. So just wanted to show you that. And again, everything is very accessible. Just snaps right back into place. There's that. And now I'm going to show you one of the things we're very proud of. This is a real shower that we make in-house. We don't powder coat, but everything else we make. This is built with tall people in mind. I am just about 6'4", and I can stand up in the shower. We did a cutaway up at the top there and then insulated it. So I can stand up in this van. I'm going to prove it to you. Straight up. Got my shower here. Can also slide this up and down. Plenty of room for shampoo or soaps or whatever you need. You've got a shower curtain that goes right around here, as well as a way to cut this off so you have some privacy. It's a real shower, folks, and it is wonderful. I have 20 gallons fresh water, 20 gray. If you are hooked up to water, it doesn't matter. You have an endless supply. So what's unique about this bathroom too is that you have a full vanity. So you've got a faucet, plenty of storage, cabinetry up there for all your brushes and medications and whatever you might need. Lots of options for pushing buttons if you want to turn on pumps or gray water pumps or dim the lights. Plenty of lighting. You also have a fan up there a max air fan that you can turn on through your app or through the front there, and that will raise your fan. You can either have air blowing out or coming in. It's up to you. As you're using the shower, you probably want it to blow out. You also have a cassette toilet that swivels, so you have plenty of room to sit down here and put your shoes on and prepare yourself to take a shower when you're done. You've got your cassette in here that is removable to dump. But what you have back here, which is pretty cool, I think, is storage. Again, we cannot say enough about storage in these vans. There's never enough. You have USB and C ports all over the van. Power outlets. You have dimmable lights. You have everything you could think of to be comfortable. You can order this van with a screen on the back if you'd like, but this is the way it comes as shown. You have plenty of area to put your towels and whatnot. You also have your coat hooks or your swimsuit hooks or whatever you'd like, and a nice step into the van. This is the 170 Outside Van Parks. It just landed. The only place we have this unit is in Dallas, in Willis, Texas, at Vogt RV and Leisure RV. I cannot thank them enough for letting us be dealer partners with them. They have been tremendous. They have a wonderful team and great leadership. We're so proud to be part of the Vogt family. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching the video here with Matt at Leisure RV Center in DFW. We are so excited to be partnering with Outside Vans. You have to come check out their units in person. Please leave a comment below of what was your most favorite thing about the Parks model, and like and subscribe so you can view more models here coming soon.